And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's...
You're not here, but you're there.
Like
I see you.
Down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Honus Wagner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Has to barehand it, and he gets him. Nicely done. As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Swings and misses. 0-2. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 1 out, base is empty. Right side, hard hit. Over to first. 2 gone now.
Batting third, left fielder, Ted Williams.
2 down, base is empty. Ted Williams up next for the Red Sox. Fastball is outside. Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Manny Ramirez on deck for Boston, and there's ball 4.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and
fourth,
guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, Manny Ramirez. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Six straight outside the strike zone. Williams off of first with 2 away. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Goes to second with it. On the money. Nice play. Red Sox nothing. Tigers coming up. Back after this on the show.
Is this redemption for my soul? Oh, ground to explore.
Back here in Detroit. And today on the hill, Roger Clemens. Singing he is one of the best to ever do it.
true legend in this game with over 300 career wins. Always a joy to watch him go to work. It's effortless out there. Doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. Doesn't know when he's high or when he's low.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Alan Trammell. That's a strike. 0-1. Clemens, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a two-seamer. And that's in the dirt. And 1-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Hank hauls it in, and there's one away. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Curtis Granderson.
What a great talent. I mean, the kind of player who can dominate a game at times, be a perennial all-star. He's going to take home some hardware as well. I mean, he's one of the best in the game today and always fun to watch.
Gleyber Torres in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is fouled back. This to third. And Gleyber Torres retired.
Batting third, right fielder, Al Kaline.
Al Kaline up now for the Tigers.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Batting fourth, center fielder,
Curtis Granderson digs in now. Fastball for a strike. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. Foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That smash towards center. Willie Mays makes the play. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Detroit, scoreless after 1. Top of the second,
Leading
and here
off for
is
Boston,
David
first
Ortiz.
baseman, David Ortiz.
Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Flaherty back to work. That one not close. 1-0. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Just missed. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there.
What's going on? LK line?
But not much. That
Got a
was
hit against
pretty
me.
hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Willie Mays digging in now. He's one of the best players in the game. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ortiz on at first. Nobody out.
Why do you say that?
So now 1-2.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
That one missed. No score here in the second. Got him. One gone here.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So up next, Ozzie Smith. Line drive, caught.
Oh, come on.
Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Jason Varitek up next for the Red Sox. Just missed.
1-0.
Late swing, foul to the left. Kicks and deals. On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out.
Roster vault. A 1 overall. That's funny. His name is Joe Randoms. That's funny. So how do I get a hit on this? But the bullet I hit from Ozzie Smith gets caught right at somebody. I guess that's kind of a bullet too.
All he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And fouled off. Fastball is outside. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second.
That's funny. Someone just decided to mess with some rosters like that.
All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
2 on, 2 outs. That's inside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That's down and in. Honus Wagner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's out number 3.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
And that's downstairs. And the count 1-2. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter,
what rosters would I download? What do you mean?
Down in the zone consistently.
Well, we make our own, so that's kind of the fun, is determining where the legends go and whatnot. I don't think we would download someone else's rosters. I think we would just use we would probably just do it ourselves again. It takes a little bit when we first get started. The trading is what takes the longest. We trade before spring training. Oh, it's got a Legends one already? That's interesting.
With a backdoor slider for strike 3.
Really good battle right there. And that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here's Riley Green looking to rebound today. He was 0 for 4 last night. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. To third. Fair ball. One goal.
That was a rocket. Oh, he hit a rocket off a rocket. I just realized that's kind of funny.
On runner at first. And next to hit for Detroit, Tony Clark. That one fouled off. Green over at first with one away. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Swing and a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Oh, I believe you. It's there. That's kind of funny. Did they make any other like funny players? Use any other created funny people?
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That misses, and that's ball 1. And a strike to the outside corner at 95. Next pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
Oh, they created some legends and stuff too. Did they make him look like him? Or is it like a generic looking face?
And a swing and a miss. Okay. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So bases all loaded up. And the batter will be the shortstop.
Might be in a little bit of trouble here. There is 2 outs, but Trammell's a good hitter.
And a strike. All loaded up. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Mays has it sized up. That is the inning. So the Tigers lead loaded. We'll move
take
to
row
the
back there.
No score. Back at Comerica Park. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd. Scoreless game. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. Foul ball there. Wagner, 35 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. And that drops in for a strike. And the pitch is outside. Ball 1.
Well, Buster Posey was a legend in the game at one point.
That was a very close 0-2.
A little bit after he retired, he was a legend. Maybe a year or 2 after he retired. I can't remember when it was. But he wasn't on there for very long. I think his rights ran out or something.
And that skips in the dirt. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And he's a hitter. It's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes.
Like my offense has been cold recently.
He thought it would be called a ball, but either way, it's a really nice pitch.
Wait, what?
Next offering upstairs.
They didn't. You're saying they removed anybody who it's a racist roster?
And that's outside. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now Ted Williams walked his first time. Fastball is outside. Grounded to third. Could be 2. To second for 1. Over to Clark for the inning-ending double play. Nothing across here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0.
Exceptions to what, though?
And welcome back to the
Leading off with the
ballpark. Here comes
Tigers,
Gleyber Torres.
second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count. Hey, 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Like, that's not cool, man.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That one missed. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball.
Well, you didn't make the roster, but I don't think you should play with that roster.
Catch it out front. Many times if you do,
I wouldn't use that roster either.
You know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Digging in, Al Kaline. That's in there. Strike 1.
One and one.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
It's almost worse if you don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know you're young, though, so I know, like, maybe you didn't think about it like that, but like, that's not cool.
I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So digging in.
All right, man. Yeah, I sorry, I can't tolerate that on my channel, bro. Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean you'd like what do you mean it's not your fault?
It's 0-1.
Like, you're right. It's not, of course you don't have anything to do with that. You're just some 11-year-old kid in Cincinnati or wherever you live. But like, I'm not saying it's your fault. You didn't make the roster, but I'm just saying, like, why are we even talking about this? Why are we talking about race or anything? Like, what does that have to do with, like, an all-white roster? Like, really? You're the one that says Ken Griffey Jr. was one of your favorite players. What are you even talking about?
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Really good swing.
Like, you shouldn't support people who make rosters like that.
Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now, Kerry Carpenter.
Not crucifying you over it because you downloaded a roster that somebody made, but yeah, not cool.
He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third.
Oh, you mean with the
Misses, it's a strikeout.
with the dirt path to home plate? No, they haven't done that yet. I'm not sure how how involved it is to like just change this dirt path to grass. Personally, I like it on a video game, especially because it's unique. Like, one of the best parts about baseball stadiums is they're all unique. You know, they're all different. That's my opinion. I get why they got rid of it for real life, because it can cause like safety issues, and that's why no one else has one and stuff like that. So like getting rid of it in real life is fine, but I don't know. I guess they definitely are going to do that at some point because they want it to be as realistic looking as it can be. So they will update that to get rid of that, but it doesn't bother me that much. I kind of like I like that they had that. It was unique.
Latest news from around the league. That one misses, and that's ball one.
But you're right, they do a lot of updates. They add the City Connect jerseys in. Maybe it's easier to add jerseys in than it is to update like a stadium field. I'm not really sure.
Next offering upstairs.
Need to get some runs. My offense has been cold the last like 5 games or so. Clarity's solid, but in the Legends franchise, like, we need to get some runs here.
As a hitter, you're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Ortiz in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. That one missing inside. Fourth inning underway, no score. Line drive. Pulls it down. 2 down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And now the center fielder, Willie Mays. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And that misses. And the count even 1-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. K-line puts it away, and that is that. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back here in Detroit, here's the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Ball 1 there.
Well, these Tigers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Fought off foul. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering down low and in the dirt.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Yo, what's going on?
That That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Tony Clark.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that one fouled off. Late on that fastball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base.
No, I was just saying,
the double play right here.
like he said, he downloaded a roster that had like only white people or not many people of color or something. So I just told him like that's not cool, and that he shouldn't support people who make rosters like that.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Rogers takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's down and away.
2-0.
Man at first, one away. Swings through that one.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
The next offering misses. Ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Ibanez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
One and one.
In the dirt. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Headed towards the corner. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
Off the bat, I thought they were going to score their first run of the game, and that feels like a tough break. But look at the bright side. Really good contact at the plate, and now they're working with not just 1 but 2 runners in scoring position, so they'd love another base hit right here.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now the shortstop, Alan Trammell. Both 2 in this one. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Second and third, 2 down. Next offering is down low. Right side, Wagner throws to first in time. And he has thrown 4.
Ooh, that's the second jam I got out of Clemens.
And we are still scoreless. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Flaherty back to work. The other way, and foul ball.
You know, these Red Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Wait, what do you mean? Well, all I'm saying is, like, said he found the roster the day after. Why would he go ecstatic, though? Like, why would you be ecstatic over a roster that's got no people of, or not a lot of people of color? Like, what does that say about you? Like, I know he likes Barry Bonds, but then I don't understand why you would want a roster with Barry Bonds but not other people of color. Like, I don't... Are you saying he's racist? I mean, the kid's 11, right? So, maybe he needs to self-evaluate. Because that's something I don't put up with.
Varitek at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one finds the zone, and the count is 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. K-line puts it away for the out. 2 away down.
Now batting,
Andres Jimenez now at the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's a ball.
What's a good pitch there? Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 outs. And foul ball. And a foul ball.
No, he said it's every player except for black people, is what he said. And then he said some players were exemptions, and he said it's not his fault. Segregation was a thing, which, like, no one would obviously blame him for that. Like, I'm not even sure why that comment needs to be, like, said. But just because it happened in the past doesn't mean you would download a roster from a time when segregation was going on. Like, I wouldn't... If you're supporting somebody who makes a roster like that, then you're pretty much supporting racism. And like I said, I don't tolerate that.
The right-hander back to work. Good take by Torres. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Aaron O'Day, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Out towards left center. Williams sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, right fielder.
And up next for Detroit, Al Kaline. 1 for 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Got the bat going too soon and strike two.
Well, I don't know what that means. What's a scam?
Falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Inside, and the count is 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Here's a 1-2. Got him looking. Strikeout number 8. Curtis Granderson up now for the Tigers. Siggy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And it's fouled away.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
No ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Tigers are shut down there, and we're still knotted at 0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th.
That's not what we're discussing here.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Fly ball down the line. 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Hank Aaron.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Hank Aaron. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swing and a miss. Strike came out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right
now,
there.
I know what you're trying to say, like, but I just think you're trying to maybe give him an excuse.
Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
I mean, everybody, when they're young, does or says things that they either mean or don't mean, or people change, and I don't know. I just think that that's not something that, like I said, that's not something I'm going to tolerate, and I hope going forward that's something that
clips the zone.
He would look at and say, why is what I did by supporting that type of roster wrong? Self-inward reflection.
All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that is out of play. Just outside. And it's 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 2. And there's a hit, and that extends the inning.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Other than ripping,
you mean like what he said in the chat? I mean, you can scroll up and see what he said in the chat, but I'm just saying, like, if he downloaded it and didn't know, that's like, okay, you know, he didn't know. But after you realize that, which clearly he did, then you gotta be like, oh, this isn't cool. Somebody made a racist roster, except for a couple exceptions. So if they took off most of the people of color and replace them with white people, like, clearly that person who made that roster doesn't like people of color, and they only made a couple exceptions, or maybe some of their favorite players, but that's supporting that is not cool.
Williams off of first with 2 away. And that's in for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. That one in the dirt and gets away. And the runner stays where he is. Two outs.
Ball.
In the dirt. David Ortiz would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Ortiz getting ready to hit. And he hits a ground ball right side. And it's through for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw, but it's offline. He will score. And it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, 2 outs. Next to hit, Willie Mays. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. And downstairs, 2 on, 2 outs. And that one a little below the knees. Now 2-0. Just missed. Ozzie Smith waiting to bat for the Red Sox. There's the strike. 3-1.
I mean, I said what I gotta say about it. So I'm not sure. What do you mean you don't know? Don't know what?
You don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws across the diamond. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back at Comerica Park. And the batter now, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter.
First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. And now 1-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach. Figure out how they're beating him. Make this adjustment really quick.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Roger Clemens won't go any further.
I don't know what that means.
One-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
I already talked about it. I'm not sure what else.
New pitcher for the Red Sox.
What else I gotta say?
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
At the plate, Riley Green.
Yep,
Ball
that ball
1,
went
no
out.
strikes. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that chance handled by Willie Mays.
Now batting, first baseman.
And the batter now, Tony Clark. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 7th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Brennan Hanafy.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. So stepping in for Boston, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith.
Then that look in her eyes, it just hits you. Stops you dead in your tracks, and just like that, you completely forget about the photograph. Some things are better when you just remember.
And that drops in for a strike. Tigers bullpen with some action. Alex Lang getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Canely also getting ready. Out to short. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Here's the catcher, Jason Varitek. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Smith around second, on his way to third. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Let's go, Tech.
Drives in the run. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So up next, Andres Jimenez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that misses. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. And that's a fair ball. The throw in, but it's offline.
Hey, the bottom of my lineup is producing. What's up?
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's the second baseman, Honus Wagner. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Brennan Hanafy is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching
So the
for
Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Johnny
Number
Brevier.
49.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
First and second,
Up next for the
no
Red
outs.
Sox, right
Hank,
fielder,
the next to
Hank
hit.
Aaron.
And a foul ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side.
Bottom of my lineup started to produce a little bit.
Has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Jimenez on second. Wagner on at first with nobody out. Got him looking. And a big sigh of relief from the mound with that called third strike.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure. Hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Well, clearly it's on purpose when you're typing it.
Now a chance for Ted Williams. Up and in, and it's 1-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
That's off the inside corner. 2-0. And that's too high.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Check swing went around, and it's 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Come on, umpire, you didn't even appeal on that one. You knew he went around.
That one pulled foul.
We're going to be risky here. I just don't want to double play here. If I get thrown out at third, at least I got a guy in second.
Good job to fight that one off.
Jimenez is solid at stealing, decent speed. Rogers does not have a good arm, so let's just try to stay out of the double play. Hopefully we don't get a strike him out, throw him out. I don't understand the reference.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Both runners go again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Double steal again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
We had a battle here from Teddy. Let's go.
Both runners go again. In there for strike 3. Throw to third. Too late. Save. Double steal. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Foul ball there. And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 7th inning stretch time. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher, Jake Rogers.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering is fouled back. Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
What do you mean? Am I missing that comment?
And that one pulled foul.
Yeah, I don't know what momentium. I don't know what that is. Mountonium XMX.
Ortiz takes it to the
You don't know what that is.
Quickly, 2 away.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Alan Trammell up now for the Tigers. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That's ball 2.
Popped up right side. Wagner drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Tigers fail to make any noise. They trail in this one 3-0.
Now Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new
Tigers.
arm on the mound to start the eighth.
Number
Alex
55.
Lang.
Alex Lang.
And stepping in for Boston.
That is good to know.
David Ortiz. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
That one missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And that one's a little bit low. 3-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and
the
make a call with that last
Willie
pitch, but
Mays.
neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
So a man aboard. And next for the Red Sox, Willie Mays. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch, and he just misses. Ortiz gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Substitution now at first base. Coming in as a pitcher.
We're going to put PCA in. Try to get a steal here. Maybe take one more pitch. Maybe not.
Inside. And a count 2-1.
I know sometimes I don't know if you guys are talking to each other or if you're talking to me. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner at second, nobody out. He swings and fouls one off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
Now batting, shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 3.
What are we watching? Do I dare bunt here? Should I sack bunt? Stay out of the double play. Thinking I'm gonna sack bunt, move these runners up, because then maybe I can just get a.
Try to bunt his way on.
Ooh, that wasn't a good bunt.
Torres gets it to first.
But yeah, now maybe I can
There's a time where that sack bunt was
get a
just
sack fly or RBI ground out maybe.
difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek.
Oh, he's so
calling for the intentional walk, and then
Ooh, they walked a Varitek?
And the force play is now in
Now
order.
batting, third base.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Alex Lang out of the game, and he leaves.
Surprised they would intentionally walk Varitek. He's not great versus righties.
Now pitching
Tommy
for the
Kahnle
Tigers.
into the game.
And he comes on in a close game with a pretty big mess to clean up. He's going to have to make some great pitches the rest of this inning to keep him in it.
So bases loaded with one away. Here's the third baseman, Andres Jimenez. So they're making the move for a bat off the bench. Wade Boggs. One out, the bases loaded.
We're going to pinch hit Boggs here.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right
in the air, pretty deep out to center field. Granderson squeezes it. Runner tags from third.
Sweet sack bunt work.
As he comes across, and
let's
they're
go.
up by 4.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Off the plate, inside. 1-0.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field. If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then
what are you guys talking about? Stop what? You guys were just counting to 10. This is manager mode, so you make all the decisions. Like you decide when you want to warm people up. You decide when you put people in. You can tell your batters to take pitches. You can do hit and runs, sack bunts, squeeze bunts, bunt for hits. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's kind of frustrating though sometimes because sometimes the players do stupid things like you can't control the base runners. Like sometimes they'll be super aggressive with 2 outs and they'll be clearly going to be thrown out at home plate. Yeah, it's like sometimes it's super frustrating because you're literally just a manager, so you can try to put everybody in the best position to win, and that's all you can control when you're doing this mode. You can change it. It's in franchise. You can play any game or you can manage any game however you want to do.
Pitch misses. And now 2 balls.
Like he could have swung at that.
Strikes.
That would have been really stupid. But he didn't.
Out towards right center field. Granderson settles underneath it. He's got it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's more. It's like a chess game. Then it's not just skill. It's all mental when you do manager mode.
The Red Sox 4 and the Tigers nothing. Ready for the bottom of the 8th.
All right, now we gotta move people around. What's coming up next? Aaron. And Ted Williams will get another at bat. I don't want to take him out yet. I'm going to put Mays at first for now. That's a waste. Leave PCA in center. Boggs will stay at third. Alright, that's what we're going to do for now.
Now the number 2 hitter, Gleyber Torres. O'Day back to work. And ball 1. O'Day, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. And a swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's a little bit high.
Yeah, so me and my brother do this franchise where I'm the Red Sox, he's the Yankees. Those are our favorite teams in real life. And we've been doing this since 2000 and penalty. I'm watching the soccer game. Sorry, they just had a penalty shot. Yes, we've been doing this since 2012. So my brother's got 4 titles. I have 3 titles, and the computer has the rest. 4 titles. Is that 4? Save this real quick. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's me and him against each other and the computer. So right now he's in first place in the AL East and I'm in second. It's definitely fun. It can be frustrating though. So like all of my championships came 3 years in a row. I won 1, 2, 3 years in a row, and he have a free pet 01. I don't know what that means.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Darren O'Day gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
But yeah, it's definitely fun. So we put all the legends on the rosters of the teams that they normally would start off with. So let me show you for example. All right, so for example, we put Willie Mays on the Giants. We put Honus Wagner on Pittsburgh, Manny's on the Red Sox, Ted Williams on the Red Sox, Hank's on the Braves, Ozzy's on the Cardinals, so on and so forth. So that's how we start the franchise off at spring training. Then me and my brother make trades from there, try to build our teams to the best of our abilities, and we go from there and try to win the World Series.
K-line in the box now. No balls and a strike. Miller, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Just a weak fly ball this time.
But yeah, definitely frustrating sometimes. So like,
and there's 2 down.
Those can be pretty fun as an outfielder.
Well, you can decide. You can decide any game. You can play any game you want, and you can manage any game you want. Let me warm up that accurately.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
So you can do whatever you want. There's no rule on that if you want to play it or manage it.
Something bad happens because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery.
But yeah, it's like at one point I thought I was never going to win, even though I had great teams. Oh, come on. Even though I had great teams, I went from 2012 to 2020 without winning a championship. And my brother won 3 in that time period, and the computer won 4, I think, in that time period. And then I won 3 in a row. I think it was 20, 21, 22. I might have the years wrong. It might have been 21, 22, 23 I won mine. My brother won 24 last year. That's right.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
My brother lost, the first year we played, my brother lost the World Series on a walk-off home run. CC Sabathia, before he was a legend with the Yankees, he gave up a walk-off homer to Bryce Harper in the World Series, Game 7. That was when Harper was with the Nationals.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. So a strong showing there from the Boston bullpen. 9th inning coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Tigers nothing.
Now pitching
We're
for
back.
The
It's the top of the
Tigers.
ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
38.
Alex Cobb.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And now the right fielder, Hank Aaron. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's see if I can get any insurance runs here.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is downstairs. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Let's go, Hank.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Ted Williams up next for the Red Sox. He's been a great free agent sign. That one ripped, but foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4. He's out. To first,
Oh.
but he pulls him off the bag.
Okay.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think
That should have been a double play, definitely.
He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
So now the DH spot, Manny Ramirez.
I could pinch run Nico. The problem is I don't have another outfielder. I could put Willie Mays back at outfield, then I got no first baseman. Well, I guess there goes that idea.
And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
I can put him in for Manny at DH.
Now
In case there's a ball in the gap, maybe he can score from first.
Up next for the
I
Red
can do that.
Sox. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Entering as the pinch runner, Nico Horner.
PCA is a poop hitter on here, though.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Williams over at second. Horner at first. 1 gone. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one misses. Now 3-1. That one pushed foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the 9th. And that'll load the bases.
Let's go PCA.
Out on the mound because they're running
Plate
out of
appearance.
arms in that bullpen.
The first baseman.
And now here is Willie Mays. He's a guy who does it all. And the first pitch misses for ball one. One out, bases full. On the ground, could be two. Goes to second for one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it.
Come on, really?
One through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
Yeah, I didn't have anyone to play third for Boggs. Okay, I was right.
Now the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
0-1.
Late with the swing there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That missed by a lot. Going to count 1-2.
I don't think he was
You
trying
tell me he didn't swing at that?
An 0-2 count. Just tried to.
Oh, wait. Russ, look at that. That's a swing.
To overthrow that pitch.
And that one hit to first, and a foul ball. The 1-2 knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. He goes down looking.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Clark stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. On the ground to third. Sends it across to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Jake.
So they're down to their final out.
Rogers.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jake Rogers. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Andrew Miller will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Dennis Eckersley.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Not
One
close
ball,
with that
two
one.
strikes.
Ball one. Eckersley is just one strike away. Two outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.
Alright, that's it for the stream now. Thanks for watching, people.